April Fool's Day, not that far away, could be an unhappy one for people who have a computer at home. There are reports that a malicious internet worm could wreak havoc on computers running a Microsoft operating system. Then again, it might be just a big hoax. With more on whether or not we should be alarmed, let's speak with Christopher Davis, the CEO of Defense Intelligence, an Ottawa-based information security firm. Mr. Davis, so what is this thing? Is this thing a hoax or is it scary?
Yeah, it is so far from a hoax. It is huge. It's one of the biggest botnets we've ever seen. A worm is a bit of a misnomer. It does function like a worm, but essentially the malware gets on your computer and hands control of your system over to the bad guy. So it's, in the true definition, a Trojan or a botnet.
If we can start at the beginning, how does one become infected with this? Do you have to go to a website or does it come to you?
Both. There's a bunch of different ways that it will compromise a computer. You can go to the wrong site. It can compromise you via your web browser. It can attack over certain internet ports. So home users are a little more at risk in that sense than, say, business or companies with firewalls. It can compromise your computer from a little USB key, you know, those little memory key people like to use. If I plug that into one compromised computer, and then it'll, you know, stealthily insert itself into the key, and if I go plug it into a different system, it'll infect that system.
Sorry, you haven't mentioned email.
No. The thing that people kind of need to understand is the days of the I love you virus and the Melissa virus, where, you know, it would spread via email through your contact book, get on your computer, mess it up a little bit, but that was it. Those are gone. We actually haven't seen a single piece of malware out of the 20 million or so that we analyze every year. We haven't seen a piece of malware like the old viruses in almost 3 years now.
Okay.
It's almost entirely. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, so if you become infected, do you know right away, or is it a stealth thing?
Yeah, they're all stealth. I mean, that's what they're designed to be. This is, you know, large criminal enterprise type stuff. They don't want to be discovered, so they spend an awful lot of time figuring out ways to get around your antivirus, to get around Microsoft security measures, to get around your firewalls, all of that.
Would you say that most home users run some kind of virus protection, like a Norton or a McAfee or something of that nature?
Most home users do run that, but here's the problem with it, though, is that it updates so often, it changes the binary. So the signature that these antivirus companies write is only good for one variant, and if it's updating every 15 hours, they can't push signatures out that fast.
So it's like getting a flu shot. It's only good for 4 flus, you don't. Okay. So what do you do about this if you're at home? What if you're at home right now and you got a few days to do something about this? What can you do?
Well, educate yourself. The Canadian Internet Registration Authority, called CIRA, they've got a website that they're putting up that's kind of dedicated to this. They're doing a lot of work on it. That would be a good place to start as a Canadian.
How do you spell that, sir? CIRA?
Yeah, CIRA.
Okay.
It's CIRA.ca.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing a lot of work on the back end to try and protect Canadian domain space and Canadians against this. Make sure that your Windows updates are updating. That's very important, because if you do get Conficker, what it will do is disconnect that update mechanism so that your Windows updates will no longer update. So that, you know, it's harder to remove. Same with the AV, the antivirus updates. Those will also get disabled by this thing if it gets on your system.
What if you wake up April Fool's Day and you can't control your computer?
Well, you won't notice. That's really the scariest part about this, is that it tries to stay very, very hidden. So the average user or even advanced users wouldn't notice they have it. There are some...
Unless you try to update your operating system.
Right, and you may notice that it doesn't update, but it sort of disconnects that in a very stealthy manner as well, so you wouldn't notice right away.
Well, that's all kind of scary stuff. Well, thanks for scaring us today. Appreciate your time, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks.